Hi guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Guys, I know it has been way too long, but I'm here and I'm back and I'm ready to start pumping out more YouTube videos. I have had full intentions all of last year to be super consistent on YouTube, but the way life be lifing. And as much as I enjoy making YouTube videos, YouTube takes a lot of time and sometimes I can't pull myself in every direction. So one thing had to be compromised, which was unfortunately my YouTube channel, but this year that changes. I truly thought there was no better way to come back to YouTube than to be styling my hair with you guys. I currently have a hair mask in my hair. We're gonna catch up, talk all things hair, talk about my new routine. I feel like since last year, I'm not sure if it has changed too much because I haven't watched my last wash and go video, but I feel like I've learned so much more about my hair. Every year, I learn so much more. Just when you think you know your hair and you think you're an expert in your hair, you try different methods or try new things and you realize, okay, wait, this actually works better. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash it out, and then when I come back, we'll style, chit chat, and catch up. Okay, I'm back and I wanted to bring the products that I used in my wash routine. So I ended up using a product that I've actually really been liking lately. This is the Sacred Detoxifying Shampoo. This one I tried out of the whim maybe like 4 weeks ago, probably about a month ago. And the way it left my scalp feeling and how clean my hair felt after I used this, I officially made her a staple in my routine. She's really good. It also has a nice little minty feel, which I really like. It feels very stimulating on the scalp. And it does have, I just wanna show you guys, it does have a tip like this. So I feel like this is perfect for the girlies that get protective styles that, you know, obviously you shampoo your hair with a protective style. You can easily get in between the braids and all the things. And if you wanna just apply it directly to the scalp, that's a cool option. So I really like her. I did 2 washes with this one, and then another one who has been an official fave. This is a product that I think, like, I don't even know when I was introduced to this product. I wanna say in like 2023. She has not left my shower. This is the Dove Intensive Repair Shampoo. The conditioner too. So I use the shampoo and the conditioner. I did 2 of the shampoo of the detox because my hair was feeling a little, you know, little built up. And then I closed it out with this one. She just smells so good and it just leaves my hair feeling super nice. I love traveling with this one too. It's just such a good duo, and the conditioner detangles my hair with ease and I love her. Now my hair is fully rinsed out. She's clean. I still hate wet clothes, so it is what it is. But this is my hair right now, you guys. It has gotten so crazy long. I have to lean back so you guys can see it. I recently this summer had to end up chopping off like 4 inches, which was a lot in the grand scheme of things. I learned so much about the sun and how much the sun exposure had messed with my ends. My ends were looking so crazy. So we're gonna start off first. Let's start styling and then we'll talk about all of that. So I'm gonna start off by using the Verb Frizz Defense Smoothing Spray. I love this product. I was introduced to this product at some point last year, and I love using her like as a prep. Like I kind of use her underneath my styling products, and it smells good. It's also a heat protectant as well, so that's always nice. Not that I always use a heat protectant when I diffuse, but it doesn't hurt, you know? And it's supposed to help reduce frizz. So I feel like it just layers really nicely underneath my products, so I like using it. Yeah, you guys, my hair was getting really long, right? I knew I was gonna have to compromise some of my ends because I took a very long time to cut my hair between my last cuts. I think I waited a few, like 8-9 months, which I feel like is a little bit too much for me. You know, now I feel like my hair tells me early on. What I'm gonna go in with is the Curl Defining Cream from Moroccanoil. Love this product. She's actually one of my favorite wash and go combos paired with the Wetline Extreme Gel. You guys already know I have not found anything better than this gel. I found gels that are great, right? Like she's not the only gel that I use, but she's still probably top 3, like top 2. Honestly, she's that good. And I accidentally ordered this size. I normally like to order them in bulk. I ordered this size by accident. So I got a bunch of these littles and we're gonna use them up till I run out of them. We're gonna go in with the Curl Defining Cream from Moroccanoil and just apply it all over my hair before we section it off. Love this combo. I feel like it does wonders for my curls. Yeah, like I said, I think my hair was the longest it ever has been this year. And I felt like it got to a point where my ends were feeling just not good. So I knew I had to schedule a trim, and I knew I was gonna end up having to lose a lot of hair, but I didn't realize how much of it was from the sun. Spent a lot of time in the sun last year. I went to Thailand, I was in Singapore, I went to Greece, I was in Puerto Rico. Like, there was just a lot of sun exposure. And my new thing now is trying to figure out, like, how can I prevent damage to my hair from the sun? Because I'm not gonna run from the sun, right? Like, I'm obviously protecting my skin, but there's gotta be something to protect the hair. Or maybe it's the hairstyles, like maybe I have to, you know, keep it moisturized and keep it out of my face to protect it from getting damaged. But when I tell you these ends were fried, it was so bad. I posted the whole haircut experience on Instagram and on TikTok, so if you guys wanna go see that, feel free. I don't think I filmed for YouTube, but I did film stuff for YouTube last year. I just never edited it and put it into content, but I might do that. If you guys are interested in seeing like what my year looked like last year and you're interested in like old footage, let me know, because I'm happy to share that. Once the product is like evenly distributed throughout my hair, I'm gonna go ahead and section it off as I usually do. So I do 2 small sections in the front, pretty much just like the face framing ones. And then the 2 in the back, I work my way up. So we'll speed up through this part once my hair is fully sectioned off. Once I'm done with this section, I move on to this other big section, and then I work on the small ones at the front. I like to make sure that my hair is saturated in product while it's already wrapped away. I like to call it marinating. I like the product to marinate into my hair, so that's why when I section it off, I make sure I do a generous amount on each section. That way, whenever I unravel it, it feels ready to go. See, my ends are feeling a little dry, so I'm gonna emphasize more of this product towards my ends, because it's almost about that time I need another trim. Because, you know, we're going in with the Wetline Extreme. It's so funny how many people say that I put them onto this gel, and even now, like in 2026, I still get messages. People are saying like, oh my gosh, that's the best thing you could have put me onto. I feel like it's all over the place, but it's funny how I still meet people who have never tried this gel. And I swear by it. Like, I always say, if they ever needed a face for this gel, I feel like I'm the perfect girl, because the way that you think Wetline and then you automatically think of me sometimes, you know? This is the first section. And I just work in really small sections till I get to the top of my hair. It's actually not as bad as people paint it out to be. One thing that I have changed completely is I now only style on damp hair. I feel like damp is what makes the most sense for my hair type these days. I used to style on soaking wet hair, and I noticed that the products would kind of feel like it's slipping out of my hair. Like, I didn't feel like my hair was actually absorbing anything. And then I found out with low porosity hair, you can add too much water to it, and it affects the absorption of the products to your hair. So I found that the best way to get the products to absorb for me is on damp hair. I literally have this little side mirror that I'm trying to use to look at my hair, so I don't have to look into the camera, but it's not staying still. So it looks like I won't be able to use it. Whatever, we're gonna have to use my camera to make sure I am styling correctly. Anyways, like I said, I ended up having to cut so much of my hair off in my last appointment. So I gotta figure out how I can protect it from the sun, because I'm actually going to be traveling and seeing the sun very soon. I'm running away from the cold weather for my birthday this year. So stay tuned for that, because you guys are also coming with me. Yeah, I feel like last year was so busy. I think in the previous video that I made, I think I mentioned that I entered a year-long partnership with Ulta Beauty, and I was part of their collective last year, which was so much fun. But I will say that it kept me busy, right? I feel like I was all over the place. I was always doing different events, different things that were very exciting, and I recorded a lot of it, funny enough. I recorded all the brand trips and all the things. So my question was, if you guys wanted me to make videos on that, I'm happy to do that, because I have all the footage. I just haven't put it all together. And I know it's kind of last minute and late, and it's not going with the timeline, but I'm happy to share it if you guys are interested. But yeah, so my routine hasn't really changed too much. I would say that it's really just tiny things. I do take a lot more time to style these days, but since I already have the routine down packed, it's not as bad. And I would say that my wash and goes do last me like 6+ days. I just no longer let it get to that point, because another thing I added was I started washing my hair more. And I noticed that has made a huge difference overall in my hair growth. The low porosity hair is more prone to buildup. With my hair producing a lot more buildup, I decided I was gonna wash my hair more frequently. I do also sweat more frequently because of working out and things like that, so I had to be on top of my hair. And I've been washing my hair twice a week now versus just once a week, and I feel like it's made such a difference. Like, I don't even let my hair have a chance to be dry, so I feel like I don't have as much shedding. I don't have, you know, my hair pretty much looks more put together more often because my hair is getting 2 wash and goes out of it every week. I find my hair overall more manageable because I kind of just don't let it get to the point where it's just dry and I have to replenish too much moisture. Like, my hair is pretty much moisturized all the time. I mean, not that it's perfect all the time because it's not, but you know what I mean. But actually, I decided as of 3 months ago, I have been taking Nutrafol, and I wanted to do the full 3 months. This is my 3rd month, or my 3rd bottle, I would say. So I bought it 2 months ago, and so far so good. I was a little bit nervous about taking anything with biotin in it. I normally break out when it comes to biotin, so I was worried that that would cause that, but for me so far, Nutrafol has been going really, really well. I'm not fully sure if I see any hair growth because, like I said, my hair does grow pretty easy. I'm not really too pressed, but I mean, for the most part, I feel like my hair is growing. I can't tell if it's like growing if it's growing more than usual because I'm not really measuring it out. But my last haircut, I want to say I started Nutrafol around my last haircut, so I want to say maybe it was like almost 3 months ago, but I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so first section is complete. We're gonna work on the next one back here. But yeah, you guys, I'm definitely planning to be way more consistent on this channel than I was last year. I really just need to come up with a schedule because once I have a schedule, I think it's a lot easier. I think when I just let things I'm gonna go with the flow, a lot of times the flow takes over. But I am gonna go ahead and add my social handles regardless to the screen so you guys can follow me on there as well if you don't catch me on YouTube. Don't worry, this year you will be seeing more of me on here. I am gonna speed up through this part of the video just so we can get the styling out of the way. It's hard to talk with wet hair near a mic, so I wanna finish this up and then I'll show you guys my wet results. We'll dry them and then we'll chat some more. Okay, so these are my wet results, all defined in their glory, as usual. I would say that my hair was a lot more easy to manage today. I don't know if it was the hair mask, I don't know what it is, but it's definitely giving a lot more flat, which is interesting. I feel like that's normally when my hair is like super moisturized, like my hair just drinks everything up. So that's what it's giving. I am gonna go ahead and sit under the hooded dryer and then I'll be back to show you guys what my final dry results look like, and then we can chit chat about what the future of this channel is gonna look like. So BRB. Okay, you guys, so here are my final results. I have not scrunched out the crunch at all, but this is what it looks like straight out of the hooded dryer. I have found that using the hooded dryer to me is more beneficial, mainly because I don't know why I find that now it's a lot harder for my hair to dry, or maybe I've just never paid attention to it in the past, but I find that it takes forever for my hair to dry, especially with anything with the Wetline Extreme combo. My hair just takes forever. So I found myself consistently just like getting tired of holding the diffuser and kind of just like losing my patience, which would cause me to just like scrunch and cause frizz. So I found that sitting under the hooded dryer is easier for me. I could do my work, which I edited the first half of this video while I was underneath the hooded dryer, which is useful. And sometimes I doom scroll through TikTok or I read a book. Like, I just use my time so wisely underneath the hooded dryer. And as a Capricorn, I always try to find ways where I can maximize my time. And I feel like a hooded dryer is definitely me maximizing my time. So if you've thought about it or you've been toying with the idea, I 1000% recommend it because I don't even know how I didn't get to a hooded dryer a lot sooner. Now it's different because with my hair being longer, I do have to flip my hair from side to side for it to dry my ends. Meanwhile, when my hair was shorter, I could have just simply sat under the hooded dryer and it would have been fine, but whatever, it is what it is. So I like to go ahead and add a little bit of oil to my hair. I grabbed the first 2 that I saw. I use a bunch of different oils, but these are 2 of some of my faves. This is the Verb Hydrate Oil, and then this is the usual Moroccan oil treatment. She's like an OG. I don't know which one to go with. Which one do I go with? Funny enough, Moroccan Oil actually owns Verb, which is funny that I grabbed both and didn't even realize. But I think I'm gonna go, which one should I go with? I think I'll go in with the Verb because I did use the Moroccan Oil to style. Both are really good. I love the consistency. I don't really look for too much when it comes to an oil. I just don't want it to be too heavy on my hair. But I do always like to go in with a little bit of an oil to scrunch a little bit of the cast, nothing too crazy. I'm gonna leave the majority of my cast in because tomorrow I do have an event that I'll probably end up scrunching and fluffing my hair for. But I'm gonna work out all those things before that. So of course that little barrier is gonna be helpful for frizz. But yeah, these are my final results and I love how it turned out. Like I said, I kind of just have this hair routine down to a science at this point, but I do switch different leave-ins, different curl creams. I test out different products within the mix and you could tell a difference when the combo is just not a good long-lasting one. I have some that maybe only last me a few days. This is one of the most long-lasting gels that I use, and I find it really versatile because yeah, it gives you the cast, but it also gives you a soft looking feel and hold throughout the week. So if you want it to just give you holds and have the cast, you can keep it all week like that, but you can always just scrunch out an oil and it does not affect your curl pattern. Your curls look fine, the hold is still there. Of course, it might poof up sooner because the cast is not there, but the overall appearance of the curl just lasts way longer using this combo. I don't know, this gel is just that girl. But like I said, I have discovered this year a bunch of new gels that I have added into my regimen that are also A1, so I'm happy to share those with you as well. But yeah, I do want to bring back the product reviews, like the full line reviews. I feel like you guys really like that. I have been seeing the comments. A lot of you guys are asking me, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? Please review this line. But I'm back now. So if you guys have any particular lines in particular, go ahead and comment them down below so I can go ahead and review them for you guys. I do plan to bring you guys along with me on more day in the life, just more lifestyle, just my day-to-day, just so you guys can get to know me a little better aside from just hair. And I think that's what I learned in the last like few years from being on social media is like, yeah, it's cool to share your hair journey. It's always gonna be the biggest part of me because I love sharing my hair. I love sharing my love for my hair with my followers because you guys also share that mutual love with your hair. So we're kind of just like girlies kikiing about our hair and I love that. So that'll never change. But I feel like there's so much more to me as a person that I'm not fully sharing, which again, it's completely normal when you niche yourself down so easy. Like my first thing and my main thing is always gonna be hair, but I also love wellness and I also travel. I love to travel. So there's so many little bits and pieces that I feel like you guys would also enjoy. So I'm gonna be sharing those with you guys as well. So I do plan to be vlogging more and just taking you guys along with me more. I do have to get like a whole new intro made because I don't even know where my last one is. And I feel like that's just no longer me. I have to do a whole restructure of this channel because I just feel like it's giving a younger version of myself. This is actually my last few days in my 20s. So I feel like this is also like a tribute to like a big part of when I started this brand. I started in September of 2018. So I turned 7 September. So Curlelia turned 7 September 11th, 2025. So now, of course, we're on our way to our 8th year, which I find so crazy. I started this platform when I was 22, about to turn 23. Yeah, I was 22, about to turn 23 when I started this platform. I think that I was in my early 20s when I started this YouTube channel, and then to think that like literally in the last few days of my 20s is insane. If only I could go back in time and talk to that younger version of myself and tell her that everything is gonna be okay, and the coolest things are about to happen, like the best is yet to come. Like, it's crazy to think about. I'm so honored and grateful that so many of you guys have stuck along since back then, because almost 7 years together is insane. But yeah, I just feel like this new decade of YouTube is gonna be so interesting. It's gonna be so fun. I feel like I'm a completely new woman now, and I love it here. So this is actually my birthday week, and I'm gonna bring you guys along with the maintenance. Tomorrow I actually have my first event of the year. I wasn't planning to do anything like early in January because I kind of just wanted to take this month slow, but it's an event I don't want to miss, so I'll bring you guys along with me for that as well. We have some maintenance, like birthday maintenance. We're gonna get into packing, traveling, all the things. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, make sure you stay tuned, follow me, subscribe. But yeah, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and if you did, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you aren't already so you don't miss another video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.